Hey, it's Scylla, and I am coming to you with week 2 of my study of the Kleshas, which are yoga's framework for understanding the discord between our desire for happiness and our actual lived experience. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about Avidya, which means ignorance. And it's the first of the kleshas, and it actually kind of leads to the opening up of the other kleshas. So we don't really understand our own ignorance, or we don't know what we don't know, or we can't see what we don't see because we have these lenses that we look through that are based on our stories and our narrative from growing up. We have models from the time we're born of what to do and what not to do. We see what we expect to see. And just thinking, like reflecting on my own experience, some things that shaped me growing up were that like my parents' political views and their religious views, my middle class upbringing, being very involved in school and traveling and making friends with others that weren't necessarily like me, that shaped me differently than like my sisters. And then I think like some shows that some TV shows shaped my feelings and beliefs. I really think that as a teen, I really kind of fell in love with social justice topics and felt very strongly about things, and in a different way than my parents. My favorite books, Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, that had all these beautiful models of independent females in it. Some of my favorite singers, Janet Jackson growing up, my favorite band, In Excess, SWV, they all helped me connect with my sexuality and my angst. And so when we start to look at those things more clearly, we realize that those are just all stories and ideas that have been put in our head. And when we can acknowledge that those stories and narratives that we've grown up with, they limit our possibilities and they narrow our creativity, and they can actually lead to violence and hatred. I mean, if you think about religious, political, and racial views that we all have all grown up with in different ways, those can definitely lead to hatred, violence. Those things can all narrow our creativity and limit our beliefs if we don't. They also give us comfort and security, those beliefs that we grew up with, because like we're like, okay, I know who I am. Do we really know who we are? So Avidya, this idea of ignorance and not knowing what we don't know, if we take that to heart and we reflect on that and meditate on that and acknowledge that our narrative and stories are there, but they're not all that's there, then we can release that and we can start seeking inward fulfillment and happiness rather than seeking fulfillment and happiness from the world. And we can see things with eyes of curiosity, eyes that observe, and eyes that are aware. So my question for you is, what are you seeing because you're still looking through those lenses that you grew up with? And how could you release those things and be open to the possibilities, to open, aware, just observant instead of making judgments? Have a great day.